Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're feeling great. My name is Gerardo Pliego, and I'm here to update you on the GME stock update. No filler content, no ads, straight to it. I have found critical information that you should know. Is this a buying opportunity for us, or should we sell? Or are we making the suits even more richer? Stick around to the end to find out. If you're new to the channel, I talk about entrepreneurship, real estate, stocks, pretty much anything that comes down to being financial. And hit the like button for this video because it took me hours of research. So today I woke up and I decided to go look at some information for GME, and I found best news or worst news. Why? It indicates that the suits are shorting GameStop again. Let me explain. Here is GME at 88% short interest on January 28, 2021. A day later, a research firm called S3 says that it was 113.31%. So, what does that tell you? It means that GameStop is getting shortened again, but it gets better. And now GameStop is shorted back to almost its initial position. GameStop is being shorted at 121%. Here we are on GameStop's information at 121.9%, around 69 million shares outstanding. The combination of low float and the current short interest indicates that the price will shoot up even more. To the moon, baby. My reasoning is why GameStop is going to shoot even more if you hold it is because if you look at here, 112 of the shorts are held by financial institutions. If you believe the media and you're gullible and you believe that the hedge funds are actually closing their positions on GameStop, you are incorrect. They're actually buying more. And this is conspiracy theory by me. But what's pretty much happening is that these hedge fund managers are pretty much paying these social media outlets to go out there and promote their propaganda that they're shorting out. So what they want us to do is to get out of GameStop and have the price crash back down. Well, Gerardo, you might just have turned crazy on us. Wrong. And as of yet, short sellers are paying these outrageous prices. The borrowing fee of shortening GameStop is around now 30%. With the fees almost rising to 50% for those making short bets on GameStop. By contrast, the average buying fee of the stock is around 1%, the research firm S3 says. What's happening is that these hedge fund managers are pretty much trying to recover from their original shorts, and they will win if everybody starts panicking and selling their stock. Their original shorts were between, I think I saw it was $1 to $12, and now they're shorting from the current prices. So these hedge fund managers are actually making some of their money back. But how are they making the money back? Pretty much they're artificially inflating the prices by trading fast between each other. And also some smaller retail investors that get excited when they see they're in the green and they just start selling as well. Before I show you the following videos, remember this word, naked shorting. Naked shorting is the illegal practice of short selling shares that have not been firmly determined to exist. Ordinarily, traders must borrow a stock or determine that it can be borrowed before they sell it short. Please watch these two videos that are really crazy, and I just opened up my eyes today.
Believe it or not, there's a loophole that exists in the system. And when the time comes for me to give you the stock that you bought from me, I can give you just an IOU basically for some stock. Now, you or I couldn't do this, but big hedge funds and prime brokers have ways of doing this. And all they're really giving is an IOU. And you never know that. You get your brokerage statement from Merrill Lynch or Morgan Stanley, and it says you got the stock. Well, no stock ever came. All you got was an IOU. It happens only about 1 or 2% of the time. And the loophole was probably created for some good reason. The mid-size problem is you can destroy companies using this technique. If it just really happened by random human error, you'd see these fake shares, these phantom shares scattered around the market, like peanut butter spread over a sandwich, they'd be spread evenly. Well, the SEC hired an economist named Leslie Bonney to study this. And she did this statistical analysis and saw where they're concentrated. And she says, no way this is happening by random human error. It's massive, it's endemic in the system, and it's clearly being used to manipulate. It's clearly being targeted. And how it's used to manipulate is you go after a small company, small cap, meaning 300 million, 400 million or less. You pick a biotech or a financial company or just a technology company where it's easy to create a lot of misdirection and smoke and mirrors about. You couldn't do what I'm about to describe. You couldn't do to IBM or Microsoft. You can do it to small companies. And you just flood the market with fake shares in their companies, and you can crack the market. And if you can do this while you have a couple of your shill journalists just write stories after stories banging the company.
If you thought that was crazy, I have another juicy video by a former hedge fund manager by the name of Jim Cramer, how he pretty much just explains to you, you know what, just watch the video.
Research in motion. So I think we're seeing
today.
We're seeing that. That's, again, when your company's in a survival mode, it's really important to defeat research in motion and get the Pisanis of the world and the people talking about it as if there's something wrong with RIM. Then you would call the journal and you get the bozo reporter on research in motion, and you would feed that there's a Palm's got a killer it's going to give away. These are all the things you must do on a day like today. And if you're not doing it, maybe you shouldn't be in the game.
Okay. Another stock that a lot of people are focused on right now seems to be Apple.
Yeah, Apple's very important to spread the rumor that that both Verizon and ATT have decided they don't like the phone.
Right.
It's a very easy one to do because it's also you want to spread the rumor that it's not going to be ready for Macworld. And this is very easy because the people who write about Apple want that story. And you can claim that it's credible because you spoke to someone at Apple, because Apple doesn't.
Right, they're not going to comment. They're not going to say.
So it's really an ideal short. And I would, again, if I were short Apple, I would be working very hard today to get that. And the way you would do that is you pick up the phone, you call 6 trading desks, and you say, listen, I just got off the phone with my contact at Verizon. And he has already said, listen, we're a Lucky G house. We're a Samsung house. We're a Motorola house. There's no room for Apple. They want too much. We're not going to let them in. We're not going to let them do what they did to music. And, I think that's a very effective way to keep a stock down.
Right.
I might also, by the way, because the stock at 84, 85, a little bit of capital, you go buy some January 80 puts that makes it look like there's going to be something going on. So maybe you give Morgan an order to buy 1,000 Jan 80 puts, then you go position limit with you use a firm that doesn't know what the heck it's doing. Maybe you go to UBS for puts. And you just kind of create an image that there's going to be news next week, and that's going to frighten everybody.
Right.
Then they all go out and say large put buyer UBS. Then they call Pisani again. You have to use those guys and say, listen, I see a big buyer of puts, and I'm told that it's SAC. You would do that too. And these are all what's really going on under the market that you don't see.
Right, and nobody else talks about it except you.
But what's important when you're in that hedge fund mode is to not do anything remotely truthful. Because the truth is so against your view,
right,
that it's important to create a new truth, to develop a fiction. And the fiction is developed by almost anybody who's down like 2% to up 6% here. You can't take any chances. You can't have the market up any more than it is.
Mind blown. And this is bigger than I thought. So in conclusion, the suits are making money by shorting the price of GME stock at its current price. And all we could do is pretty much hold the stocks until most of the contract expired. But when that does happen, payday for everybody that bought in into GME. At the same time, you don't want to get left behind holding the bag. Thank you guys for commenting on my last video. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking the video. I really appreciate it. I'm a new YouTuber, and this has been one of my dreams to start making YouTube content. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My name is Gerardo Pliego. Peace.